Good morning students. In this video, I am going to explain about the first topic which is present in the first unit, that is structure of C program. Okay, what is structure of C programming means? How to write the program. Structure means how to write the C program. As your C program is a structure oriented program, C program is otherwise called as structural programming. Should be a proper structure is already there. There is a standard structure. So with the help of this structure only we have to write the C program. That's the reason I am going to explain the structure of C program. Okay. The first session of the structure of C program is document session. Document session is nothing but giving some explanation about the program or name of the program. Okay. So your document session should be explained in two ways. The first one is double slash symbol. It's denote single line command. It's denote single line command. The second one is slash star, then again star slash. This is multi-line command. It is multi-line command. Okay. So you can write like this, add, or you can write like this, or you can give more explanation about the program by using a single line command or multi-line command. So your document session is not the important thing. If you didn't use the document session also, your program will work. Okay. The second one is very important thing, preprocessor derivatives. What is preprocessor derivatives? The other name of preprocessor derivatives are header files. Header files. Okay. So this is the first line of your program. Okay. For example, why it is called as preprocessor derivative means while executing the program, the help of compiler, it will be executed first. Before processing the program, this preprocessor derivative will be executed first. That's the reason we say it is a preprocessor derivative. For example, there is one preprocessor derivative called include stdio.h. So all the preprocessor derivatives should be mentioned with the symbol hash. Hash symbol denotes the preprocessor derivative as well as .h denotes the header files. So what's the meaning of this include? You are including, what is this stdio? Standard input and output. All of you understood? STDO is nothing but standard input and output. In C programming, where input is standard input is scanf. It is a input function. Similarly, output is printf. Input is and output is printf. Okay, so standard input output. So the meaning of this line is you are including the standard input and output in your program. So what's the use of preprocessor derivatives? It is used to link the predefined functions, standard input output functions in your program. So preprocessor derivative is a very important thing. It is used to link your program with the standard functions, predefined function. Okay, so while executing the program, this will be executed first. Your scanf functions and the printf function is linked with your program. That's the reason we say it is a preprocessor derivatives. All of you understood? And apart from that, many other preprocessor derivatives are there. I will explain in the further upcoming videos. Okay. Then global declaration, then this is the first line. Okay. Your preprocessor derivative is the first line. The next one is global declaration. What is global declaration? What is declaration first? Declaration is nothing but what are the variables you are using in the program. You have to declare the variables first. That means you have to tell what type the variable belongs to. Here there is lot of types are there. Types means nothing but data type. What is data type? Type of the data. Data type is nothing but type of the data. some of the data types are int, float, char, like that. Some of the data types are there. Many data types are there. Okay. This int denotes integer. The format specifier or control string is %d. For denoting the integer, we have to use %d. Similarly, for float, %f. For character, %c. Okay. So these are the inputs already there. These are the data types already there. So what are the variables you are going to use here? You have to tell which type it belongs to. So declaration is nothing but you are telling to the compiler, I am going to use the variables which belongs to this type. For example, int a comma b comma c. Int a comma b comma c. That means you are declaring 3 variables a, b, c which belongs to the type integer. So what are the variables I am using in the program? First, I want to declare in the program. So this declaration is divided into global and local variable. What is global variable? If you declared above the main, that means if you declared the main function means, if you declared above the main function means, we say it is a global variable. If you declare the variable inside the main means, we say it is a local variable. What's the difference between global and local? Global means, if you declare it here, the lifetime or the existence of the variable is throughout the program, till the end. If you declare the variable here, from the first line to last line, I can access the variable anywhere. That means I can able to print it or I can use it for any other purpose. If it is a local variable means, I can declare only inside the function. Okay. So only inside the function only, I can able to use this local variables. The lifetime or the validity of the variables does not exit after the scope. What is scope? Scope is nothing but location. See, here curly braces denote the scope. So local variables are only used inside the open close brackets. Similarly, global variables are declared above the main. It should be utilized. It should be used anywhere. It should be used anywhere. Okay. Now, so we can see a local variable and global variable, right? What's the difference? Global variable can be accessed anywhere. Local variable only accessed inside the function. Now, the next one is, next main important thing is main function. Main function. What's the use of main? What's the use of main? Anyone? Main function. Any word comes along with open close bracket, we say it is a function. Any variable name, main or anything, comes along with the open close bracket, we say it is a function. So main is a function which denotes the starting position of your program. Starting position. So all the C programming have one main function. If you take any C program, there should be one main function. If the main function is not there, it was wrong. So all the C program should have one main function. The main function is the starting position of the program. Okay. So here also you have to specify the data type. Whether it is int or whether it is char, we have to specify it. The default data type is int. The default data type is int. What's the meaning of this? This is the function. If you are putting int here means the function will return one answer. That is the integer answer. Okay, all the functions should return a value. There is a general thing used learned in the Python also. Here also, all the functions should return one value. If it is an integer value means you have to put int here. If it is not returning anything means we have to use the data type void. Void is also a data type here. Okay. If you want to return a character means you have to put char. Float means float. The default data type of main is int. As it is a default data type is int, at the end of the main you have to specify return 0. It's not, you no need to put 0 alone, you can put any integer number. You can put any integer number. Then why you are specifically putting 0 here? The reason is, once the program got executed, once successfully, it will return one value to the operating system. So the default thing is 0. If the answer is, if the return value is 0, then the operating system consider the particular program got successfully executed. That's the reason we are putting 0. You can put any numbers, return 1, 2, anything you can put. Why we are using 0 means, once the program is successfully completed, one instruction will be given to the operating system. It will return 0 to the operating system, so that the operating system understands the program will be successfully completed. Okay. So in the main program, there is a curly brace. You are seeing a curly brace, right? What's the meaning of this curly brace? Curly brace denotes the scope of the function, scope of the variables, where it is start and where it is end. Your main program is started here and ended here. This is the starting of the block, this is the ending of the block. It only determines the scope. It only determines the scope. Okay. All of you understood? Then inside the main, we can declare locally. What is declaration? You are declaring a variables. You are telling to the compiler, I am going to use this variable for the particular program. Okay. So you are telling to the compiler, I am going to use these variables belongs to this type. What's the use of variable? Variables are used to store the values in program. So for example, int a equal to 10, comma b equal to 20. That means in memory, the size of the int is 2. Okay. The size of the int is 2 bytes. Keep it in your mind. The size of int is 2 bytes. And size of char is 1 byte. Float is 4 bytes. So 2 bytes was allocated in the memory for this a variable. Inside 10 will be there. Okay. So this is the way you have to declare the variables. Data type, variable name equal to values. Then what is executable statements? If you want to declare C, if you want to perform any operation like this, C equal to A plus B, it is called as executable statements. Okay, already A value is 10, B value is 20. So 10 plus 20, 30. So C is now 30. Okay, all of you understood? So this is the executable statement. And your print statement is also considered as the executable statement. Printf, I want to print this C. So C in the double quotes, C equal to %D. Why I am putting %D here? %D is the format specifier denoting the integer, or it is a control string which denote the integer. So this %D denotes one integer value. What's the C value here? 10 plus 20, 30. C is now 30. 30 is a integer number. That's the reason you are putting %D here, comma C. So the C answer will be stored here. C is 30, right? So in your output, you will get C equal to 30. All of you understood? Main function is the starting position. This denotes the scope. Inside local variable declaration, then executable statements. The next one is user defined function. Like this main function, we can create our own function. Okay, that for some other executions. For that we can able to create our own function, that is called as user defined function. Okay, here also local variable declaration and executable statement. Now we can see one example program with the help of this syntax. Which one is the first section? Document session. So I am writing add of two numbers. Okay. Then preprocessor derivative. First I am writing the header file hash include. I am including all the standard input output function. Okay. Then global declaration. How you declare? Data type, then variable name. You have to use the data type, then variable name. Okay. What is global declaration? You have to declare above the main. So then you can use main function. Main. Then after the main you have to put curly brace. So main is always the starting position of the program. Here I am declaring two variables. What is next? Local declaration, right? So int a equal to 10, comma b equal to 20. Then executable statements. C equal to a plus b. Then print. I am going to print. So printf c equal to percentage d. This is the control string, comma c. So what's the value of c? 30. 30 will be stored here. Then close the curly brace. Okay. So before closing the curly brace, you have to check it here. What's the default return type or default data type here? Int. So it want to return a value, integer value it want to return. So you have to put return 0. Otherwise you will get the error function should return a value. Suppose if you are using void means no need of this line. Okay. If you are not using void, if you are using int means it want to return some integer value. Then close the curly brace. So preprocessor derivative, global, then main function, local variable declaration, executable statement, then curly brace. Okay. So this is the structure of C program. Okay. I hope you understand this program, students. Thank you.